Okay. Remember, I covered qualifiers and givens? It's the qualifier. Okay. First of all, I love everything there is in nature. I love everything that's living and alive. Okay. I consider all life to be sacred. Okay. Um, and those of us that are in the healing community and have been doing this for a while, okay, and particularly if you're going to get into the student teacher aspect of how all this works, right? Because I'm a student first and then I'm a teacher second as a result of what I learned through experience. Okay? So we're experiencers, right? So we love to go fast, which means we love to learn fast. So you want to learn through the best teachers, obviously, which is learning through the light, right? Okay. So that's why I grabbed a girl right out of the box. I want to go with you. Okay? So sometimes a good teacher who's been teaching for a very long time, okay, will use all of the tools in the toolbox. Okay? So sometimes others might not approve of certain things or the way that I do it. Okay? But how do I put this? I recovered from alcoholism. Okay? So I had to put the mirror up. Okay? And take a good hard look at who I was. What am I doing to myself and why am I doing that? Okay? I had to go deep into my heart and soul and do an inventory. And it is the most difficult for people to do, not just because of all the programming, but because of all the things they don't want to look at, about things they've done, and particularly things you do to yourself. Because for a lot of people, what does that do? Reinforces the trauma. Because remember, abuse leads to self-abuse. Okay? So sometimes what I'll do is I'll put a mirror up and say, okay, I'm observing you. And this is you in your mirror. This is your mirror. Okay? So as a teacher, teachers ask questions, right? Students ask questions. That's how we learn. Okay? So I works both ways. I'm a student and a teacher and a student. So when I work with a student and a teacher, if you can see what it is that you're doing, because I'm observing, not pointing out because I love you and care about you, okay? I'm going to do it with love because I care about you. That's why I'm showing it to you. If I didn't give a fuck about you, I wouldn't care. Kill yourself. Go ahead. And some people say you're just one less piece of shit we got to deal with because you're going to go extinct anyway. Well, I'm the opposite of what that is. Because there are people in the spiritual community, and I'm not going to name names, who would just soon throw you in the dumpster. Okay? Which means, as they would tell me, don't waste your time with these people. They're gone. Forget it. You're going to burn up all your battery for nothing. There's too many of them. I can't do that. Okay? It's sort of like they had an old saying in the United States military, right? We don't leave our wounded behind. Okay? I don't do that. Patty Broussard was one of the few people I've ever met when she said she was willing to go all the way back in time, because I forget how old her soul is, but I think it's over 1 billion years old. And she's got all her memories intact. Okay? And when her and I were talking with each other, and she mentioned about how wanting to go all the way back before the reptilians were created, if you will. And that would sort of knock out all of the trauma, the souls, and everything that's been lost as a result of their initiation into the universe, upon which others experienced what they did. Okay? Beings who have no love for themselves, they don't have any love for anybody else. It's like an Energizer bunny without an off switch, which is vampiric energy. Okay? That's a quick way to collapse a universe, isn't it? The vampire and the creative artist. So at some point, there has to be a stop sign. Okay? Make a decision. So decisions obviously were made. I don't remember being part of that, although there was a time in which I thought I did. And maybe I was. It doesn't matter, because when things are moving very fast, what I just said will be forgotten in 5 minutes. Less than that, actually. Remember about the information that gets processed at the time in which I know it, when it's valuable, then I use it and I go on to more information. Given what we're going through right now in time, and why we're here at this particular point in time, because this is actually the most exciting time to be alive in the galactic history of this planet, because you all been liberated. And most of you don't know that. Most of the bad guys have already been removed. If you know what a quantum eraser is, then you know that. So, Life Force there is a ground commander. I remember when I saw the Earth Defense Force commander basically give me the grand tour, and then I realized, well, who's the ground commander? That's Kim Go-Goon. You want to know what the really fucking's going on this planet right now? Then go to the Speak Project. She's the ground commander. She's got keys to the financial system of the entire planet. Okay? So that's the truth, because we love you. So what's going to get interesting here is when people really realize they're without a government. This is a test of a species to evolve and to see whether or not it can self-organize itself under self-rule and behave. Okay? Because the cosmos has an order of things, which means if you're not evolving at a particular rate of speed in which you're learning how to go faster by maintaining your own battery and not draining your neurons and not draining your own light by the way that you behave with others, what do you think the cosmos does with energy like that? If you allow it to continue, you'll collapse the universe. So there's a time sequence involved in which classrooms are put in place, souls come in here, and you learn how light works. And you're given an awful lot of time to figure it out. And if you can't figure it out in the time in which class graduates, we have a recycle bin. And that's where you go. The energy just gets recycled. It's like a seed that gets planted in the ground and it's just not able to hold its roots and learn how to get more sunlight, how to become stronger and reproduce itself by growing more seeds, right? Go look at how trees grow. That's a species that grows. Works the same way. If you're not thriving, what do you think happens to you? You go extinct. And in the fossil record, what do you think is the species that goes extinct the first?
Guys, it's 10. You gotta quiet down. I'm gonna kill this light.
The fiercest predator.